Hey, how's it going, guys? ZedEye here. So finally I'm back and wanting to upload these videos for you as well, since it's been a while since I already have made my last video. Main reason to be is because there was literally nothing to talk about. That is really it. Not because I'm lazy, not because I was like away or on a holiday or I'm sick. No, none of those things. But mainly because of the amount of the topics that I just simply wanted to talk about, but there were nothing really that entertaining, at least not to me. And as such, at least I didn't waste the time, but instead I was actually concentrating my time on making bigger scale, more special videos for you all. And currently I'm like about almost done with the 2 of the scripts from 5 of the full scripts that I'm making. So basically, yes, you can expect soon coming 5 big more videos. And of course, it's not to say only 5, because there will be far more after that too. I can tell you up right now as well that there will be coming 1 this month. The next also will be 2 more, perhaps 1. That depends of scale of the video itself, and definitely 2 more in April. After that, I don't yet know, but we shall see. Now I want to get into this news and information. Finally gotten an opportunity, at least for me, to talk about. This is actually interesting because, like, if you guys know me, I'm more of a PlayStation, fan instead of the Xbox, right? And I can definitely see that a lot of you perhaps feel the same way. And a lot of other people, of course, like, talking about the sales and how many PlayStation 5 has been sold compared to the Series X, as an example. So anyway, let's get into the topic. So obviously, if you guys have not heard, Xbox is getting an FPS boost. Basically meaning that certain titles, they are gonna get a boost even though those particular games were locked to 30 FPS. Now if you're playing this game on a Series S or Series X, they're gonna get the enhancements. And in fact, some of the games are actually gonna be capable of going all the way to 120 FPS. Again, that does depend case by case scenario. Now, there has been already confirmation up to 5 to maybe even 6 games that it will be getting this boost. Okay, Far Cry 4 is one of them, and it's already been tested by Digital Foundry. Fantastic video. If you guys want to see it, I will leave down links below in the description for you to do so. And they actually have gone into details. It's quite entertaining as well. Now, what makes it interesting as well, and I'll continue on with my topic, of course, it's actually that the developers never really needed to come back to these games, go into the coding and actually unlock, or obviously it's not as simple as just simply pressing the switch and automatically it will be 60 FPS. It really is not like that. If it was, obviously we would have seen plenty of other games also getting this kind of a boost, right? Bloodborne as one of the bigger examples that I seriously want to have a 60 FPS implementation, and PlayStation 5 no means definitely 100% can support that, definitely. It's been proven by Days Gone, it's been proven by God of War, it's been proven by, well, actually God of War was already enhanced on the PlayStation 4 Pro too. And yes, it's been proven by many other games as well, like Ghost of Tsushima too, right? That's amazing. I want to see Bloodborne 60 FPS on my PlayStation 5, that would be pretty damn incredible. So as such, the developers from software, obviously, right, they cannot just simply come back and just, make the game into 60 FPS playable, right? And of course, they have their own reasons, and we don't know exactly. We've been begging for them to unlock the 60 FPS, but now, like I said, it would have been done so. And I really think that with this implementation that Xbox has introduced here, there's now a slightly bigger, or at least somewhat of a larger chance for these games that you guys want to see a boost on the performance mode, and as such there really is an opportunity now, so that's great. Now I've touched on already that Far Cry 4 has gotten one of those improvements to the FPS. New Super Lucky Tale, it goes up to even 120 FPS and has been tested and works very, very well. But again, it's not like one of those scaled up games, right? Like I said, Far Cry 4 is an example. So again, New Super Lucky isn't as demanding in terms of the engine and quality. That's why it can go up to all the way to 120 FPS. Sniper Elite 4 is our game that actually goes to 60 FPS as well, even though Series S does have some limitations of difficulties. Series X though doesn't, so that's pretty good to see. Again, Sniper Elite 4 isn't exactly for me, at least it's not my type of game. UFC 4 also is one of the other games that got a 60 FPS, flows very, very well. And one of the other bigger games, last game anyway, Watch Dogs 2. Now this game, I've really enjoyed it. is perhaps my favorite Watch Dogs game. Yes, I'm including here Watch Dogs 1, 2 and Legion. Watch Dogs 2 is perhaps my favorite Watch Dogs game. But still, Watch Dogs 2 60 FPS, I personally think I would actually replay that thing again if it would have been 60 FPS on my PlayStation 5. That would have been pretty awesome. Now, at the beginning of the commentary, I did mention that there were up to maybe even 6 games, because Digital Foundry have actually touched on this game. I'm talking about Fallout 4, and they actually got an opportunity of playing it on as a 60 FPS. But again, it's not exactly fully complete of testing, see if there will be no issues. That's why it was never mentioned in this news from Xbox, or I should say Microsoft in this case, that it does support it. Again, we are a little bit early into this, and we want to, I want to see these more games being implemented and supporting 60 FPS, and bigger games as well, not just particularly like older titles, and yes, newer games too. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? And again, even though the games may not get any more support or like the enhancements that everybody wants, because maybe the particular different reasons, like the developers moved on from that, the developers are bankrupt, the studios themselves bankrupt, and they can't come back to the game and just simply enhance it or whatnot. But now with this like new feature that Xbox has introduced, I kind of see that PlayStation, or I should say Sony, that in this case doesn't really have much of an excuse of saying no, they cannot do this, right? Again, that there could be different reasons to this, right? It's not like as if it's not like just like a switch, turn on and off. It really is not that simple. Like I've said, Days Gone, Ghost of Tsushima, the developers came back to those games and actually had to work on it a little bit, of course, and to enhance in terms of this performance, right? So in case of From Software, like I touched on, Bloodborne, right, or maybe Dark Souls 3, I'm not too sure, of course. On the PlayStation, in this case, they need to come back to their older version of the games and work on it a little bit, of course, and that's when they will be able to enhance it. Of course, again, unlocking the FPS, that's what matters in this case, if that's what they want to do it. But with this feature that Xbox introduces, we may not even need that. We may not even need the developers to come back to their older games, older gens, whatever, and unlocking the games, right? As such, that's very good news. Again, it does not mean every single game out there is going to get 60 FPS boost, because even without the developers, some of those games would not be able to support it. And as such, why it is being said that the games are going to be coming out that will be supporting 60 FPS, or at least a boost mode to their FPS, again, title by title basis, because some of the games will not be able to support, will be some issues, glitches, problems. There could be a lot of problems with their games that we don't know yet, and perhaps that you actually want to see 60 FPS implemented as well. Again, it's possible, because why Bloodborne never got support for 60 FPS, because when it was tested, again, that's just my opinion, of course, it may not be able to run it well, right? Even though we have seen mods and other people actually trying to do something about this and implementing 60 FPS on their own, even though running it on PlayStation 4, well, again, that must be because of the jailbroken PlayStation 4s and stuff like that. Like not everyone can actually do that. Jailbroken PlayStation 4 just to play Bloodborne 60 FPS. Would you do it? That actually depends on the person, though. Again, guys, this is fantastic news, means very bright future for PlayStation as well, for the consoles. Xbox, on the other hand, got this opportunity of doing it, so perhaps maybe they were working on this for a while now at this point. It's very good news for a lot of other gamers out there as well. Personally, for me, I cannot wait to see how a lot of my favorite games out there. I actually already made a top 30 of my favorite games of all time. I would love to see them being 60 FPS, even though some of the games already support 60 FPS, but not the majority of them out. And if you want to, you can check that video out. I will leave down links below in the description for it as well. Alright, well then, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe. See you guys all later, and yeah, have a good one.